It's over, guys. Rolex has announced their new releases for 2022, and this is my instant reaction of it all. Let's have a look. Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Watch. Good to see you all again, and here with my almost discontinued Rolex Milgauss. No, it lives to fight another day, and that's exactly what I want to talk about here. The new Rolex releases. What is new? What was discontinued? Because there were some shocking moments here. And of course, which was my favorite release of the bunch. Now at 2:30 Hong Kong time, they dropped all the watches, and Tudor also dropped some great watches. I'll talk about that in a second. But for Rolex, we had the new Air King, the new Left GMT-Master II. We had new Yacht Masters, a new day date, a platinum fluted bezel day date, no doubt. And we also had a new Datejust 31 that was looking beautiful as well. Now, of course, I want to talk specifically in this video about two watches. This Rolex GMT with a left-handed crown, which I think a lot of people are immediately concerned about. You know, if you're not left-handed, I don't know that a left-handed crown is going to be something you want on a watch. Of course, with the black and green ceramic bezel, this looks stunning. But I do think a lot of people are going to get a bit concerned whether this is the right watch for them. Now, myself being left-handed, this could not be a better release for me. If you're in the market for a GMT Master II, this could be one of those watches that in a couple of years may be discontinued, and I do think it looks amazing as well. But now let's get to it, guys. The watch that I'm super excited about. I already dropped it on Instagram and said this is my next watch. Guys, don't ask me why. I do love the Air King. There's something quirky and weird about the dial of this watch that I just enjoy. I don't know why. The yellow crown, the green seconds hand. The older version, though, was always a bit chunky. And yes, I can relate with this Milgauss because it's the same case actually in the Milgauss used in the older Air King. Of course, we always thought maybe they would go back to the original Air King in terms of looks, but they have pretty much adopted a Submariner style case with flat lines and crown guards. But most importantly, they've updated the movement in this Air King, now using the 3230, which I'm very familiar with, having a green OP and a sub 124060 no date. Could this be the third 3230 movement in a watch that I buy? But with a Parachrome hairspring, Chrono Energy escapement, and 70 hours of power reserve, this is pretty much the best no-date movement that Rolex makes, and it will be in this Air King, this new updated version for use. Honestly, guys, for me, this Air King is fantastic, but there's one other watch that I do want to shout out that I think stole the show, I guess, if you're a Tudor fan, and that was the Black Bay Pro. Now, of course, we were waiting for potentially a Black Bay GMT 58, so like a 58 style body, but with the same Pepsi look of the GMT. They've gone in a completely other direction here. Instead, looking to the Rolex 1655 Explorer 2, the Steve McQueen. And honestly, folks, I love this watch. Every time I see it in vintage stores, I just dream that Rolex would recreate this kind of a look, and Tudor has done it here with this release. I wonder still how thick this is going to be. If you're a fan of this look, Tudor just delivered a brand new watch with 70 hours of power reserve and with GMT function, dual time function. This may be one of the best watches that Tudor has ever released. So I can't wait, guys. So many things to unpack. And of course, we have so many other releases from other brands that I need to get into, but just wanted to share my thoughts on these Rolex releases. And I'm just scratching the surface here, guys. Apparently, the OPs were discontinued in many colors, but my green OP is still around. I guess the price is going to drop on it, or maybe it'll go up, but the turquoise or Tiffany OP is now going to go through the roof. Anyways, guys, so many things to talk about here, but hit me up in the comments. What are your thoughts on these Rolex and Tudor releases, and which is your favorite release of these so far? Hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Watch, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon for future updates. Stay tuned, folks. More great content coming to this small channel. And once again, thanks for all your support, hitting 800 subs here on Frankie Watch. From the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. So that's it. And Frankie Watch says, time's up. Have a good one. Well, I guess they didn't discontinue any of my watches today. Bummer.